We're Team ETH and we took on this challenge and built the autonomous robot for auto-run measurement in air. My name is Jan, this is Celine, and we welcome you to our talk. Why do we need a robot that can smell? Imagine any situation which is like where you have a search mission which is either labor intensive or very dangerous, like for example the detection of landmines, detection of oil leaks or gas leaks. While current synthetic biology approaches included the spreading of GMOs to detect these sources, on our approach we have bacteria which are engineered on our robot and they are biocontained and not released to the environment. So what is required for a robot that can detect molecules and thereby smell? Well, first of all, you want its sensors to be as flexible as possible, so it can be applied in many different applications. And this is exactly where bacterial biosensors come into play. Because these have evolved over the years to detect many different molecules, very specifically. Then, of course, you want the biosensors to be very fast, but the problem is normal biosensors, or like current approaches, rely on transcriptional and translational networks, which are very slow and exclude them from an application on a robot. So we need to speed up these biosensors. And then next, we need to interface them with the electronics to make the information which they generate available for the robot. So how does it work on Aroma? First, it needs to perform an uptake step, where it bubbles air into medium to dissolve the molecule of interest in the medium. Then it is pumped into a microfluidic chip, where it is brought into contact with our biosensors, which react then to the molecule. Their response is imaged and read out, processed, and the information is made available for the robot.
So the first step of Aroma is to take our molecules out of the air. And we were asking ourselves the questions, how far away from a source will Aroma be still able to detect molecules? And for this we created two models, and I will demonstrate the use of these models using DNT, a compound that can be found in land. So our first model is a diffusion model, which shows us how our molecules pass from a landmine over a field. Our second model shows us that within a reasonable time scale we are able to transfer molecules out of the air into our medium. Then, combining both models, we know exactly at every step from the source what the concentration of DNT will be in our medium. And when assuming a threshold of 0.1 nanomolar, Aroma is able to detect DNT up to 25 meters away from the source. In order to do this step and to perform the uptake, we created our own bubbling device. So we created our own syringe pumps and a bubbling device. And the syringe pump that bring the medium into our bubbling chamber. Then we create small bubbles so that our molecule out of the air can be dissolved into the medium. And after that, the medium is transferred to our biosensor. And that is our next step, the biosensor. And in the beginning, we told you that flexibility is important for a biosensor. And that's why we based both approaches on the TAR receptor. So the TAR receptor is a receptor within E. coli. And it actually senses aspartate, and it is used in a process called chemotaxis. And bacteria use chemotaxis in order to find the source of molecules, so they are able to swim to the source. So how does this work? When there is no ligand present in the medium, bacteria, they alternate their rotations. So they have a flagellum that switches between a counterclockwise and a clockwise rotation, which allows them to quickly change directions and move across the field. However, as soon as there is a ligand in the neighborhood, they change their direction to mostly only counterclockwise, which allows them to swim almost in a straight run up to the source. As soon as they achieve the source and the ligand concentration stays the same, they are able to adapt back to their initial state, and again they change between the counterclockwise and clockwise rotation. But why is this TAR receptor so useful? Well, in literature, it has been shown that the TAR receptor, you can modify it. So, for example, the sensory domain, it has been shown before that with a few point mutations, they are able to make the receptor sense different ligands. Moreover, the effector domain can be easily swapped for other effector domains in the cell. And with this, we can allow to have the input connected to other intracellular pathways in the cell.
Okay, so now that we have ensured the flexibility of our system for the robot, for Aroma. Next comes the speeding up of our biosensors. And for this, we came up with two approaches. For the first approach, we base it on the natural rotation changing of the flagellum of the bacteria, just described. And the other approach focuses on the binding of a transcription factor to DNA. So for this, we have to switch the effector domain of the TAR receptor to create a chimeric receptor, which is normally used to connect the input which the TAR gains from its sensory domain to, for example, the osmoregulatory response system of bacteria. So what is normally done is that you can thereby express a reporter gene in response to a certain input, which we sense here. But we don't want to wait for this transcription and translation of a reporter gene. So this is why we want to visualize the binding of the transcription factor to DNA directly. Now, how does it work?